What she say? Oh, bitch.
That's a mean motherfucker.
What she say?
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of I Live for This review with me, Trinity the Tuck.
And Shontelle Sparkles.
That gave nothing, Shontelle.
It's giving very my energy, though. You know me. I'm very like, let me try everything in my power to sound excited.
Well, I need you. We're going to redo that again.
Shontelle Sparkles.
Yes, we're going to redo that again. And you have a swivel chair, so I want you to turn around and give us a
Girl,
review.
if I swivel, I'm going to end up in Kansas.
Girl, do a swivel reveal.
No.
I'm gonna do it again. Hi, and welcome. Oh, hi, and welcome back to I Live for This review, Canada versus the world. I'm Trinity the Tuck.
And this is Shontelle Sparkles.
That's so much better.
Thanks.
God, you were giving us like dead fish. Is that how you are in bed?
No, I'm actually a freak bitch.
Well, I need you to match my freak on this, which is personality bitch.
Okay.
So
well, let's get into the nitty gritty because
I know we're already on episode 5. What did you over talked about? What did you say?
I said, let's get into the episode. It's like the nitty gritty, honey. It's a good episode.
It's episode 5, and we only have like one more episode left. This is like a short ass fucking season.
Yeah, it did seem short.
Girl, I was like, girl, what is happening? Anyway, we are almost to the end. And this is a really another interesting episode. Last week was interesting because they combined two things. This episode, they combined two things, which is Snatch Game and a Rusical.
Yes.
And I'm so excited about it. I really enjoyed this episode. I know that we had previously talked, we'll get into it. You were kind of but let's get into it. The girls sit on the couch, congratulate Malicious for
Eureka says not again at this point. People don't even care that the alliances are happening at this point. That's what I said. And then
who said that? Eureka?
Eureka was like, not again. Whenever it's the girl got chosen with the beaver. No, I know that. But whenever like at the end of the episode when they did a recap, they gave the beaver to who did she give the beaver to again? Was it Kennedy?
Alexis, right?
Or Alexis. Yeah, she gave it to one of them. It was one of the alliances. And Eureka was like, not again.
Why are we
because they did
the recap, honey?
Because they did a recap. So I'm going through my notes, bitch, being the professional. Okay. Fierce wins the battle again and Eureka, and then the queens head into the workroom to wipe the mirror. Fierce is besties with Eureka and she feels bad. How would you feel if she had to, I said, how would you feel if you had to send me home? Like what would your reaction be?
Bye, bitch. I mean, girl, I'm there to make money and win a crown. I love you to death, and I would try to save you at any point. But if we had to lip sync, girl, and you went home, bye, bitch.
Girl, you already have enough coin. You need to let me have that coin.
You bitch got more than I do with your wigs.
Shut up, bitch. No, I don't.
Shut up. That's not Kennedy.
That was funny. So no, yeah, I was just trying to go through the recap because that's what I was watching when the episode started. The queen sit on the couch, and then Fierce is surprised that she. Okay, for a minute, I thought I was reading the old notes because I was like, I am saying a lot of stuff that happened in the last episode.
Saying the old stuff too, because girl, Eureka is done and gone, honey.
Yeah, but yeah, go through your notes because I'm following now where you're at.
Okay, perfect. So the girls sit on the couch and congratulate Fierce Malicious for slaying the lip sync and staying in the competition. Fierce says that she is surprised that she beat Eureka in a lip sync and because she's never had dance training. And Kennedy says it's not about dancing, it's about being captivating on stage, and that's what makes a drag queen. I think this is super important because a lot of young queens think that drag, especially like on Drag Race, is all about the shablams and the splits, the high kicks, and and they don't realize that it's not about that. It's a lip sync. It's about being captivating on the show.
Telling the lyrics and the emotion of the song.
Yeah, emotion of the song. That's the most important thing. Everybody was like, during the first episode of All Stars 4, where I wore a gown for Mariah Carey, against Mo Hart. Everybody's like, why is she wearing a gown? Because it's Mariah Carey, bitch. She only wears gowns and stands
Yeah.
in the middle of the stage and emotes.
Did you win that lip sync?
I did.
Yeah. See?
You have to give what the song is giving.
Right. You can't just be doing rolls and
It's not about
backflips.
flopping around on stage. I mean, sometimes it is. If
Honestly, though, that would be kind of funny if someone was in a gown just doing high kicks.
well, the girl, that's what Mohart did, girl. She kicked her wig up into the rafters, honey.
That was iconic, though.
It was iconic, and she lost. Okay, she lost.
She did. It was iconic that she lost against you.
So Lemon expresses her feelings about being proud of herself again after not being proud of herself for a long time. She lost confidence after the last season she was on because she got eliminated first. Girl, she's like crying, honey.
Yeah, but she's literally turned a new leaf. Like the fact that she is like, because like I said, I didn't really know much about her before, but just judging by how I see her now, like she's giving winner energy.
Yeah, I mean, like literally every episode is lemon, 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 the lemon show.
Cheryl ends up saying, "Bitch, I'm tired of being a bridesmaid. I want to be the bride."
Right. Well, I mean, she's never won a challenge, I don't think, ever.
No.
Ever.
And she swore that she was going to win this challenge, girl.
Well, I mean, you could swear all day long, but does that make it fact? No.
Nope.
Day 2 of the episode, the girls walk into the workroom and gather around the workroom table. They all talk about the fact that this is the last week to use the golden beaver. And in confession, Fierce says she can't wait to get her hands on the beaver. She needs to do some tactical moves. She says that's how the beaver should be used.
I didn't catch that.
If you were on this kind of season and you had the beaver, do you think that you would use it tactically, or do you think you would do it based off of who deserves to stay in the competition?
I'd probably do it based on who deserves to stay in the competition, just because I like to be fair. You know what I mean?
You don't want the fans to hate you, is what you're saying.
No, I think, well, it's not really about that. I think it's just about being fair and what's right. You know, some people can, go and send who they think is the strongest competitor home and it's good TV. But for me, I just feel like at the end of the day, like a lot of these girls know each other personally. And so you have to think about what life is like after this.
Yeah.
And I would really care about how the girl would feel after,
Okay, well, let me ask you this. If we were in a season together and I was in the bottom with 2 other girls that...
You already know this answer, bitch.
Well, I'm asking you this, hold on. And 2 other girls that had been outperforming me in the season, and both of them you didn't like.
I probably would still be fair. I'd be like, Trin, you know me. We in our family, you told me this the other day. Our family is all about good ethics and good vibes and good energy and always doing what is right. And I feel like if I said, Trinity, you know damn good and well you did bad in these couple episodes, and these girls have been turning it.
Okay, so now you're going back on your word, because a couple of episodes ago you were like, I would always save you.
Did I?
Yes, you did. Rewind the tapes. Rewind the tape.
It's gonna be like Drag Race season where they're playing it.
Receipts, bitch. Receipts. I can't.
We need to find that so you can play it. No, but I really think. I mean, what would you do?
Save you.
You would save me
at every time. Absolutely. Now, would I send you home if I was up against you in a lip sync? I mean, I would have no choice but to just do what I did, and then the judges would decide. But if
I just feel like it wouldn't be right.
Girl, I don't give a shit. I would definitely save you.
Okay, well then I'm gonna have to save you, bitch.
No, you can't go back on it now. Now I know how you really feel.
Yeah, bitch, you know I love you to death, and I would go to hell and back.
My own daughter. My own daughter.
I was just doing what was taught. You had cracked that whip on me so damn fiercely throughout all these years. Do what is right.
All the beautiful gowns I've bought you.
You will respect me
in front of a reporter.
Right.
So, let's see. Brooklyn comes into the workroom.
Let's talk about this look, bitch. Oh, wait, not that yet. Okay, first off, I was... Well, honestly, I did make notes about the look. What did you think about her look out of drag?
Out of drag. Okay, first of all, I live for Brooklyn. I And
You always gotta start something with "I live for you, I love you." Just
I
say
do
the
because
truth, bitch.
I don't want them to take this as me hating them or being shady. I'm not being shady. I'm just being brutally honest.
Yeah,
I genuinely do love Brooklyn. I think she's a great person.
she's very talented.
I think she's very talented. I think she has a great sense of style usually. I don't think whoever her hairstylist is and her makeup artist is out of drag, they do her justice. I think they put way too much makeup on her and style her hair way too crazy for her out of drag. I also think she looks a little Skeletorish. And it's mainly because of the filler. And I know that, she's on uh uh the emo Zempic.
Yeah.
But I'm not living.
How do you feel about Ozempic and your experience with that? Like, what does it do to you?
I think being on Ozempic is fine. I think as long as you don't abuse it. I personally, whenever I'm on it, I use it to get to my goal weight, which is not a crazy goal weight.
Not Skeletor weight.
It's like what my weight is, what I've been on before, like say All Stars 4, my weight on All Stars 4, which was a normal weight. As you age, you do gain weight. So like I don't ever go past my goal weight. I just think that
I think though what you called out makes sense because like when I saw it, I told Ethan, I said something don't look right with her. Like there's just something off.
It's the style. It's the styling, really. I think it's the hair and the makeup. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. I also like her better with highlighted hair. Like she looks great as a blonde.
Yeah.
Out of drag, and because Brooklyn's a very handsome person out of drag. I don't know how she identifies, but she's very handsome out of drag. I think but I'm not living for this look personally.
Yeah, I wasn't either. It was a hit it and quit it for me.
Oh, I would say bad pussy, but we're not judging her out of drag look for this. But so Brooklyn comes into the workroom and announces that today's maxi challenge is Snatch game, the Rusical. The girls sit down to listen to the Rusic together and pick out their parts. Immediately, Cheryl claims a song.
Which is a ballad.
Which is ballad.
The ballad.
Which is a ballad, yes. And as soon as she claims a song, Kennedy says she wants that song too.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like girls immediately claiming a song?
To me, it's a little selfish, but I know that you're in the competition, so people are going to just start immediately saying things. I mean, to me, I thought it was a little weird that she just decided to start piping up and saying something all of a sudden. That's pretty much what I think. What do you think?
I think that it's okay for people to voice what they want immediately, but I think you have to, when multiple people want something, you got to do something to break
to please everyone.
Well, no, not even to please, but to fairly break that tie. Like on All Stars 4, me and Monet wanted the same role for the Sex and the Kitty Girl. And so we played rock, paper, scissors. I won. And
see, so that's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think that, or like, see, I don't even like the audition thing because girls could be biased based off of their friends. I think rock, paper, scissors or flipping a coin or something like that.
Then it just makes it fair. Everybody gets fair it and can't be mad.
Exactly.
So I think that's what I would do.
I think that's the fair thing. But Cheryl claims that she always puts everyone before her and that she's putting herself first this time. Kennedy seems pissed and says, "Miss Cheryl, you are lying." She keeps saying Miss Cheryl, Miss Cheryl, Miss Cheryl over and over. And
she does.
I think it's so funny.
And then Alexis pipes up too, bitch. And she's like, "Girl, you ain't done shit for me or put me
right." Girl, Alexis is not afraid. She is not afraid.
Alexis is giving very energy where like, since Kennedy is her friend, she's like, I'm going to go all the way for her. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She hates everyone but Kennedy. I live.
Yes.
I'm living. That's how I would be.
Yes.
So, Alexis has done Snatch Game 3 times and has been in the top all 3 of those times and has won once.
Yeah.
Now, to go over the girls and their characters, do you have anything else you want to add to that before we go on to that?
No, not really. I just thought it was funny when she was like, "This is the time where everybody is going to be tested against the Titans, and you're going to figure out who is the loser." And for me,
Right.
I would be nervous. I'd be like, because a lot of these girls are kind of like fresh to this,
Well, I
and then
think
there's
Lemon did really good on her original season with her Snatch game of JoJo Siwa.
okay.
Kennedy has also won Snatch Game with her Little Richard, but she also did bad in one of her Snatch games for All Stars 2, I
I
believe.
think I remember that.
Yeah. I don't remember Cheryl's Snatch game before. I think she didn't do great.
Yeah, it's just to me, it's kind of intimidating to see
Yeah.
people like Alexis in there because, she's giving
I mean,
Titan
Snatch
energy.
game is intimidating, period.
It is. And it's
And I mean,
like,
I've done
there's
it
this
3 times, and all 3 times was very intimidating because you have to, it's on the fly. You may
volleying.
have some zingers in there planned, but sometimes those don't flow, and you
Yeah.
have to make it sound natural and volley, and it's just, it's a whole.
It's a high pressure on
And then
everybody.
now throwing in a musical, which until you watch it, them describing it is confusing as hell. I was like,
was
well,
a
how are
lot.
they even going to do this? So the girls are, Alexis is playing baby Ron DeSantis. And if you don't know who Ron DeSantis is, he is the governor of Florida. He's like
He's
a
a hardcore
super
Republican.
conservative, super conservative, kind of like a younger Trump. Lemon is playing Susan Boyle, who won Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent or something like that. One of the
Got Talents.
Yes. Fierce Malicious is doing Mother Teresa. Kennedy is doing Tabitha Brown, who is this viral personality who's also a chef.
She's very positive,
Love
uplifting.
her. I think she's vegan too. She does vegan stuff. But I love, she would always pop up on my TikToks, but I never come across her videos anymore. But
yeah,
love her.
Yeah,
and then
cool.
Cheryl is doing one of the Queen Victorias. I believe it's not. Wait, I don't know how many Queen Victorias there are. I don't know.
Well, first off, one of the judges was like, "You know how I feel about Queen Victoria," and when she said that, I was like, "What does she mean?"
I can tell you what she means. So that judge is indigenous, like she's like a native indigenous person in Canada, and Canada was colonized by Europe, by the UK, by Great Britain, and so that's what she means by that. Is she doesn't like that queen because she's a colonizer, and rightfully so. So it goes in deep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it goes in deep. But while doing rehearsals for the Rusical, the choreographer mentions that Alexis' number is very vaudeville, and
she's like vaudeville.
In confessions, Alexis can't even pronounce that word and doesn't even know what that is. She keeps saying it must be a Canadian thing, and that vaudeville is not a Canadian thing. Do you know what vaudeville is?
No, girl. When she said it, I was exactly the same way she was.
it is a style, very like 1920s or 30s, something like that. Like a acting style, like Broadway-ish kind of thing. Her just talking about it is just hilarious. I love Alexis because she kind of, it's always like the Puerto Rican girls that are always confused on like a US American culture because it's not their culture.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's so endearing. It makes them you love them even more.
Yeah.
Because it's just funny.
What do you think of the choreographer? Because the choreographer, I felt like it was a little like, I don't know, just the way that he was giving them like tips and stuff. It was a little mysterious. What do you think?
What do you mean by mysterious?
Just like when he was saying vaudeville and he was expecting them to do this and that, and to me, it just wasn't flowing, the choreographer, compared to others.
I think that's kind of the point of the recorded part of the choreography. So like most people don't realize like that's not all the time that you get on stage
Yeah.
to learn your choreography, but for TV sake, they want to make it as hard as possible and get people messing up as much as possible.
Yeah, it just seemed like a big clusterfuck at first. And I was
And
like,
that's what they
oh,
want. They
girl, this is
want
going to
they
be a
want
shitty mess.
something. Yeah, they want something so when they edit this all together and it's like, oh my God, who's gonna do good?
Yeah.
And after the camera's cut, they give you a couple of hours with the choreographer, and then you get time later on in the day, and then you can rehearse in your hotel room, and then a little bit time the next day,
Yeah.
to do your choreography if that's what you get if you get 2 days.
Yeah.
Before the Rusical starts, Brooke comes out and she's in her denim look. So let's go look at the picture of Brooklyn in this denim look. So she's in this denim look. It's all braided. It has these giant braided drapes. It's like a mini dress. It looks kind of tribal up top. The way that the
I think it could definitely go tribal, but I thought it
yeah.
even could fit the 60s vibe if it was dressed right.
Maybe. She's in this like very dainty shoe and this fierce ponytail, honey. Her makeup is absolutely incredible. Her hair looks great. So I've just got to accept the fact that she's absolutely not going to wear body this
I
season.
think though that this is a prime example of knowing how to wear a garment that shows the shape of your body, because like it cuts very flattering to her waist to where it almost does give a little bit of a pinch to it. So I love it. I think it's fine.
I will say that out of the looks that she has presented with no body, this is the most flattering. I still think she would look better with hips. I
I
do.
like it.
Because the top is so chunky and broad on the shoulders, it still's not. It still's giving her a V rather than an hourglass.
I like it. I think that if she was
You
to
can
wear a
like
little
it all
bit of,
that you want.
I
That's
think that if she was to wear a
I
little bit of hip,
I
the
do like
bulkiness
it.
on the hips would have made it look a little bit more
I do
thick.
like it. I just wish she.
Yeah.
I am a body girl. I like
Yeah.
girls that have a cinched waist and hips. That's just me.
Well, you know me, I wear pads. So for me to say that, that's a lot. But I
I
think
like.
also she could have done some bracelets.
I agree with the bracelets for sure. But overall, I would give this a good pussy.
I thought this was a great pussy.
Okay, well, I would give this a good pussy.
I
If
will
she
say the
had-
ponytail was a little thin too up top, but I like it because it gives it, it's just edgy. I like it.
yeah, I would give this a good pussy. I think her she's mugged down. She looks absolutely incredible.
Did you see that she also had glued like a little thing to her eyebrow to where it looked like she had an eyebrow ring?
No.
It was
Oh,
cut.
now zooming in, I see.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's very like Y2K. It's cunty.
I love that.
And what's crazy too is like when we were watching the runways, which we'll get to that later, but the theme is summer of 69.
Yeah.
I was thinking too, like if she dressed this like correctly, like maybe if she wore like some 60s hair or something, or just a long black fall, or not a black, a long blonde fall, and then
Mhm.
she did some jean in here with like a headband, it could still look very that.
I don't get 60s, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's just all about how you dress it, but it's still cute. I love the look.
Yeah, I do. I really do love the look as well. But so let's get into the music. I'm loving the songs. Especially the one that's kind of like the Vogue one. I think that's Fierce's part.
Which that was hard.
Which was hard. And girl, come on for being mentioned for being one of the top Snatch games, honey.
Yes. When we were listening to it and your name came in, Ethan was like, they better put her damn name in there.
Hello. I was like, bitch, if they don't have my name in here, I'm gonna be pissed because of, I gotta be a little braggy. I did do very well.
No, your track record is sickening. Own it, baby.
Of Snatch games, anyway.
Mhm.
So I don't want to go too deep into the Snatch game as far as like breaking down each song and all that kind of stuff. What is your overall vibe of the Rusical Snatch game? What did you think?
To me, I didn't really like it because it was
And tell me why.
very well. It was like hard to tell whether or not they were singing live, and then sometimes they were. It was just very like hit or miss for me when it came to that. And then also there was a lot of words for them to memorize, and the choreography. You could tell that a lot of them were like fumbling on their words as much as like Drag Race tried to like edit it and stuff.
Hey,
Um,
Chantel,
yeah.
it. I just want to remind you, this is a competition.
What
It's a
about it?
competition. It's a competition, which means it's going to be a challenge. This is their maxi challenge.
I get it.
So it's not a walk in the park. It's an actual
Girl, this is
challenge.
probably one of
And
the
their
hardest.
challenge is to not only have a character, but to learn choreography, learn their
Girl,
words,
they did not
and
give a shit
deliver.
about Snatch Game based on what
Girl,
their
some of the other
judges'
girls,
critiques were, because
some
the judges'
of the
critiques
girls
had
got
nothing
it
to do
perfect.
with Snatch Game. They were like, "Oh, you
You are
did that."
just
I'm
mad
like,
because
she did not do
did
fab.
this, if you did this, it would be a wrap, sweetie.
No,
They would
it would
have
honestly be
boxed you up
easier.
and shipped you back to the US, honey.
No, bitch. Honestly, this probably would have been easier because it was less acting in the Snatch Game compared to the original. Because I feel
So
like
then
original
why are you
Snatch Game,
complaining?
because I didn't like the formulation. Period.
Well, I did.
Well,
And I
I'm
thought it was
glad.
interesting. I'm glad that they're switching it up a little bit. They're exploring things. I think if they did this again, they probably could make it a little bit better, but I liked it. I liked it overall. I think that while they were writing out their stuff to show, I really do think that they were having to do that on the fly.
I think so too. And that's kind of like where I was confused because, like, one minute they were like lip syncing, and then another they were like, okay, now we're going to talk. And it was, I honestly, to be honest, like when they were like lip syncing, it was believable. I was like, is she singing live? Because it did look like she was singing live, but then she was like messing up the words, and like some of the people were. And I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
But to me, the way that it was judged, it didn't really give off vibes of they were judging based on their characters. They were judging based on how well they knew their words and their choreography, and then their character.
Well, I think if I'm looking over everybody's character, everybody did a pretty good job. Everybody did a pretty good job.
That's not what they said.
To me, this is my opinion.
Oh,
To
okay.
me, I think everybody did a pretty good job of their character, but there was details. Like you said, missing the words, some of the choreography, some of the jokes weren't all there. But overall, I did really enjoy this because it was just something different. And
Yeah.
it was a challenge. This was really hard. So if the girls that did do well in it, kudos to them because this was a really difficult challenge.
Yeah, it would have been very overwhelming.
Yeah. So hold on, let me look over this. Okay, so
You want to talk about the queens getting ready for elimination day in the workroom, or you just want to go straight to the looks?
I was gonna go straight to the looks, but if you have
Okay.
something specific, do you have something specific you want to talk about?
Well, no, there was something in there. Alexis talks about her mom being back in Puerto Rico and that she don't really have much else as far as family in the States.
Yeah.
And some of the other girls start talking about how they're not close with their family. And I really felt that connection with them. And I probably would have broke down in tears just because, like, you know how much family means to me, especially you're like my main source of family. Like, I'm not close with my real parents. So when she started talking about that, I was like, damn, I really feel for her.
Yeah.
Drag family is like really what we get to choose. We get to choose our family, which is our drag family,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really felt
I agree
that.
with you. Like my birth mother passed, my grandmother that raised me passed. So you and my small group of queer family really is my family. So I totally get that from. Oh my God, this wig's gonna catch on fire.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
She's too close to my candle, honey. Ooh, synthetic, just whoosh. Girl. But back to that. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I love that they showed some of her drag daughters and drag family.
Kennedy also talks about her family and after her father's death and how she had to really take that role on being a caretaker.
And how she was really bitter as a kid, having to be like her dad made her train for that, basically.
Yeah, it was
And
crazy.
I feel that. I feel that's a part that I really feel because, when we grew up poor, and so my grandfather had to. My grandmother got cancer. She had cancer literally my entire life, on and off. She would go in remission and then get cancer again and all that stuff. And when I was 16, she got diagnosed with terminal cancer, where like there was nothing else they could do.
Yeah.
And so my grandfather had a conversation with me one day, and he was like, "Look, I don't have the money to pay for a caregiver. Uh, insurance is only going to pay for so much. He's got to continue to work constantly to be able to pay for her insurance. And she couldn't be left alone because she was bedridden and all this stuff. So I literally had to quit high school and homeschool myself when I was 16. And I was really bitter about it. I was really bitter about it for a while, because not that I had to take care of my grandmother. I was happy to do that, but I was also miserable at the same
You had to
time.
miss out also on
I
your
had to miss
childhood.
out. I didn't get to go to prom. I didn't get to do any dances. I didn't get to hang out with friends. I didn't get to go on trips. I had no senior trip, none of that. So like, and it was all like morbid and death and cleaning up after. Not that I regret it at all. It just was hard. And so
Yeah.
I can totally sympathize with her feeling that way, because you have to grow up. You don't, certain things about your
There's
childhood
no.
you don't get.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I totally am there with you. Um, let's move on to the runway. The category is Summer of '69, and let's start with I'm gonna do based off of Instagrams, because it has their order on there, and I think Lemon is first on here. Let me pull that up. There we go. So Lemon comes out, and her Summer of '69 has it has to do with like the '60s, obviously, '69 that year. She comes out as uh Judy Garland's Ghost, in like a black and white style dress that I guess is supposed to resemble Dorothy. And
When she was on the Yellow Brick Road.
yeah, and then she has her ruby red slippers. Um, I'll go first with this. There's elements of this that I like, but most of this I don't like.
Yeah, I was the same way.
I think that if it was for a different runway, I might like it. One, I don't like the hair. I think it's too flat on her.
It's too cutesy. It's not like mindful.
I don't like how she's like half painted. Like she don't look like she painted very well. The dress is pretty. And I do like this veil kind of thing. It's just too deep of a concept. Like it's not what I want from the '60s. I want something fun, vibrant.
Well, first off, when you have to explain what your runway is in depth and detail and tell us the story, because we're not going to get it, that's where I have a problem.
Right. But overall, I do think she looks good. She's a little bit more cinched than normal, and she does not have on a chunky shoe. So I'm gonna say, for me, this is a hit it and quit it.
Yeah, for me, first off, let's talk about the makeup, because when you zoom into the face, not here, but in the video, actually, let's see if we can zoom in. We can't. So when you, girl, not when we said zoom, I said zoom into the face, your face goes, no,
Ooh.
but seriously, the lace was like skin tone, because what she did was when she put the lace on top, she didn't put no gray where the lace was to blend it. So you saw like gray tone and then skin tone and then the black hair. So I was like, okay, that's why I have a problem right there, because black and white makeup, there's only one person that I've seen, and obviously they probably had someone that
Detox.
painted them, but Detox,
Yeah.
that's the look of all looks for the black and white.
Right. And girl, that's the thing is, if you're gonna do something that another girl has done on the show,
do it better, bitch.
you better do it better.
Yeah. So I was like, let's talk about the makeup. The makeup was not clean on the face, and then you could see her skin tone on her chest, which I thought was a no for me.
Oh,
and
no.
then the hands too, like her hands ain't even the
Her
same
hands
skin
are
tone.
manly. Is that what you said?
You said that, bitch.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I
But
don't
like
know.
she could have wore gray, like a gray tone glove to like really make it easy where all she would have to do is do her chest. But first off, you
Or
should have
she could
did
have just picked a different theme.
a different cut to the dress or
Yeah.
a different theme because that cut is too much skin showing. So the fact that she was trying to cover all her skin with that grayish makeup, oh no. And then I did not like the tulle veil. Something was going on with the tulle veil that just wasn't giving.
Wow,
me.
you just said throw the whole thing away, bitch. You have no positives. You said throw it all away.
I think it could have been cleaner.
Is
I
there
just didn't.
any
I didn't get
positive?
the.
Are
I
there
didn't get
any
the look.
positive? Are there
I
any?
liked the shoes.
Wow.
The shoes added color to this look.
Wow. Wow. So what you're saying is she's dressed as Dorothy, but this look is not a friend of Dorothy, honey.
No, it's
She
the
is
twister,
not,
bitch.
she is not your good Judy, honey.
Girl, this is the twister
You
that
want
destroyed
the
Kansas.
house to land on that.
Yes.
So what do you
Girl,
give
it
it?
already landed. I gave this a bad pussy.
Okay, a bad pussy from you. Woo!
And the
All
story
right.
was a stretch. I said, girl, you
Yeah,
are taking us down the storybook.
story was a stretch fabric, honey. Yes, ma'am. Next up, we have Alexis Mateo in this pink and orange tie-dye with white detail. And why don't you go first?
Well, first off, I love this look. This look for me, when she came out, I was like, this screams money. And it's so different for Alexis because we know Alexis is a very pageant girl. So
Yeah.
the fact when she came out here with this hair, the hair was so pretty and clean. It was just, I loved it. I think that it was just very different for her. And it also reminds me of it looks like she stepped off of, do you know who Richard Quinn is? Or
No.
Montclair? Okay, well,
No.
he's a fashion designer that did a whole runway line off of this a few years ago,
Uh-huh.
and she literally looks like she just walked off his runway. I
Okay.
loved it. I can't clock anything.
This look with the hair and the styling
shoes.
of this looks like you. Like not
That's
literally.
what Ethan said.
The hair looks like you. The outfit looks like something you would wear.
Ethan was like, "Bitch, she was inspired by your look because I did a look exactly like this at least like 4 years ago."
Yeah. So this is very, very exactly what I would want from the 1960s. And I love the white detail, love the shoes. See, this is exactly where a chunky heel is okay.
Correct.
This goes with the concept, and she looks lovely, her makeup and everything. So
I really like how she added the fabric too from the outfit onto the shoes.
Yes, I would give this a great pussy.
Yes, I gave it a great pussy too.
Next up, we have Fierce Malicious, and another one that has a long ass backstory. Girl, she is an astronaut alien taking over the world.
Teletubby that just went over and did this. And...
here to bring fashion or something like that.
Yeah.
Overall, I do like the astronaut suit. Is it giving 60s? No.
I think the arms are giving 60, but other than that, no.
I absolutely hate this hair, and I don't like the Martian concept of this.
That's crazy. I thought you were gonna say you liked this hair.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I hate it. I hate it.
Interesting.
It's gross.
Yeah, I was also clocking that black dot that she had on the side of her head, and Ethan's like, "No, that was built in the hair," and I'm like, "No, the black hairspray that's on the left side of her fucking head, bitch. Like, use a baby wipe and wipe that shit out." It looked like, I don't know. Can you zoom in and see it? Zoom in and see it.
Oh yeah.
You see it?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
The story was just crazy for me. Like you said, it was too much of a stretch. The earrings also were like really small. You can't even really see that she's wearing an earring. Yeah, for me, it just was kind of like a okay pussy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, because overall I do like the actual garment. The only thing I'm not vibing with is the head. I'm gonna give it a hit it and quit it, but she needs to stick to beauty fashion, because she's trying to be creative and she's just not creative.
The hair was frizzy as fuck too. Did you see it?
Yeah, oh girl, awful. So this is a hit it and quit it.
Yep, hit it and quit it.
Next up, we have Kennedy Davenport, and she is in this yellow baby doll dress with pink tights and pink platforms, with her hair slicked up in a tight ponytail poof. And I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Love it. This is the best Kennedy has looked all season. I think she looks absolutely incredible. Her makeup, the hair, the outfit makes her look super, super young. I
Love the
think this is
tights.
a great, great, great pussy. Great
Yeah.
pussy. This is exactly what I want from a runway that's 60s themed. Like,
And
it's
guess
so
what?
fresh and beautiful.
Guess what?
What?
She's wearing a fucking chunky heel, bitch.
But again,
No, I know. I love it.
chunky goes with 60s.
I know. I'm just quoting what you said before. You're like, guess
A
what she's wearing?
fucking chunky hill. Yes. And she's doing the Black Power symbol, which was obviously iconic to the times with the Black Panthers and
Yes.
the civil rights movement. And I'm glad that she's representing all that. I love it. I think
Yeah, I love the
this
tights
is my
too.
favorite of the night of the
Yeah.
runway.
To me, it was giving very Austin Powers. Like she was ready to kick
Yeah.
some ass, bitch.
Yeah, I loved
I
it.
loved it.
I loved it. So great pussy for me.
Great pussy.
Last and definitely least.
Girl, let's get into this.
Let's get into this bitch.
Bitch, I'm ready.
Cheryl Hole, and she
Girl, all these fucking
go ahead,
mini
you go ahead.
flowers, all these mini
Girl.
flowers, when I said, girl, this looks like a design challenge all over again. It looked like she went to Dillard's, bitch, when they had a clearance aisle and went to the back and grabbed a little prom dress. This actually is like a bridesmaid's dress. I don't know. But she went and grabbed that dress. It looks like from far away, she glued a bunch of googly eyes all over the dress. It's not giving flowers. For me, I did say, let's find a positive here. Let's take it back for a second. The red hair is everything on her. Everything. I love the red hair color on her. I think it's gorgeous. But she could have.
There is some positives here.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
She could have cut, like, because the flowers on here, the little ones, it looks like googly eyes. Until you zoom in, it looks like flowers. So my suggestion, Cheryl, is go to the design rack that they got available, grab some white fabric and cut out some petals of like white fabric that looks like flower petals and glue them around some of the little mini flowers so that there's texture of like big, little, so that on camera you can see that there is something going on there. You know what I'm saying? I liked it. I like how her legs look in this and everything, but the dress itself is a no for me.
So what do you give this?
I gave this a bad pussy.
Okay. So there are elements that are good. Neck up, gorgeous. Gorgeous. The makeup, this hair color on her.
She needs to wear this all the time.
She looks fabulous in this color. The earrings are very 60s. I love the sheer gloves. And you can actually make out that these are little flowers on her gloves. The little purse, very 60s. I will say the pump is not 60s. It's not chunky.
She needs a round toe.
She needs a round toe. She needs the heel to be a little thicker because that's just what it was giving back then. Maybe
she also could have probably glued some like a flower on the tip of the shoes and it would have made up for that damn pointy toe.
Yes. And Cheryl has great legs, but I will tell you, anybody that is showing their legs, either put some sort of foundation on your legs or leg spray to
shimmer
make skin tone even. Because especially if you're very fair skinned, if you have any kind of blushing around the knee or discoloration,
or even just the shadows, because you know your knee has a lot of like indentations. Yeah. So yeah.
But let's get to this fucking ugly ass dress, girl. This is fucking ugly. This looks like a clearance dress from Ross Matthews Dress for Less, okay?
Yes.
I would never in my life. And I was shocked that they gave her good critiques on
That's what I'm saying, bitch. I'm like, what are these critiques?
Awful.
Because she ain't the only one that got critiques. Lemon got good critiques too. They were like, "You did fabulous," and this look is
why? This is the
gorge.
thing is why they have to make a reason why they're in the top, which they could have just said, "Hey, look, y'all were heads above everybody else in the Snatch game, the Rusical, but y'all's looks are under par, but we're still going to put y'all on the top."
Yeah, and it's also it's got to be
Rather
about
than
track
trying to make
record.
excuses on why this is a good look, bitch, this ain't a good look.
Girl.
This
When
ain't a
she
good look.
and same with the whole Lemon situation. I know we're talking about her right now, but Lemon, when they said that her look was the best on the runway or was so good, I said, "Now, Miss Brooklyn."
Girl,
Miss
I would never
Brooklyn.
even put my great grandmother in this little mini dress that Cheryl has on, girl. Maybe to bury her.
Bury that.
She needs to be put under the ground with that.
We'll use the flowers on top of the casket, bitch.
Oh, trust. Anyway, bad pussy. Bad pussy.
Bad pussy.
Bad.
Toe up from the flow up.
Straight
Lawnmower pussy.
Lawnmower pussy, bitch.
Girl.
Yes. Yeah. So with that being said, my top two, and this is even with the runways taken into consideration, my top twos would be Cheryl and Lemon. Even though I did not like their runways, I thought they were heads above everybody else in the challenge. I thought my two favorites on the runways just didn't do great in the challenge. And I do think challenge outweighs runway, but I do think runway matters. But for this episode, to me, Cheryl and Lemon are top two. And my bottom two would be Kennedy and Fierce. And this is before we find out.
Okay, well, mine for the bottoms of the runway, just judging from the
No,
looks alone,
not the runways, just in general. Like, who's your bottom two? Who's your top two of everything combined?
Well, I didn't really kind of judge it that way. I just did based off of each.
Well, no, just combine it now.
Okay.
Who is your top two pick of the week, and who's your bottom two pick of the week? Before we find out who really is.
Well, I will say that when I was watching, are you just saying based off of everything, every performance?
But based off of the Rusical and the runway combined, who is your favorite two and who's your least favorite two combined?
Well, I was gonna say Lemon because when I was watching it, I was like, she's clean. But I will say I liked Alexis because her runway was good and her Ron DeSantis was clean. And the fact that she had to open up the Snatch game with her performance, it was just on point. Like you could tell she knew what the fuck she was doing.
So Lemon and Alexis are your top two.
Well, Lemon wasn't good on the runway, so I would just say Alexis and are we only doing one top?
No, you can pick two. Pick two.
Okay.
Your top two.
Fuck. Let's do Alexis and I would say God, this
is really eating at you, honey.
It's hard, bitch, because they were very like hit or miss.
This ain't that hard. Just pick somebody. The Wall.
Let's say I mean, at this point, it's better. Shit.
Brooklyn hip pads that aren't there. Okay.
Girl, let's just go with Fierce. Alexis and Fierce
are your top two.
Yes.
Okay. And then who are your bottom two based off of the challenge and the runway combined?
Cheryl and oh girl, I don't know. I mean, to me, it was just Cheryl.
Really? But even though she was like one of the strongest in the challenge?
I didn't think it was entertaining.
Wow. I thought she did fabulous. I thought she was one of the top.
I'm also going off track record, girl.
You can't base it off of each episode is based off of the challenge and the runway.
Yeah, but I'm watching her and I'm judging everything she's done this season, and I'm like, you could have done better.
Wow, you are a bad judge. Okay, so Lemon actually wins the challenge. And do you agree?
Yes.
After the judges' critiques.
Yes, I do agree. Because when I was watching Snatch Game, I was like, Lemon is the cleanest. She's not bad. She's not super funny. She's like saying jokes that land. Her performance, like the way that she was dancing, was on point. I thought it was great. Her runway, she gets an A for trying. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. I would say that I agree with Lemon winning. I thought she so So my top two were Cheryl and Lemon, and I think Lemon had the better performance, and she also, out of the two, had the better runway. So I agree with that. The girls go into Untucked, and this is the last anyone can be saved by the Golden Beaver. This would really make me nervous if I was
because this is
because
like
you only
right
have
before
one chance. Fancy, don't let me down.
one chance, fancy, don't let me down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, for real, especially because it's like right into the top four. So you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah. So Kennedy is very emotional and she's crying. I have personally never seen Kennedy cry or be emotional like this before. All the girls are giving reasons why they deserve to stay in the competition. And the bottom three were Alexis, Fierce,
And Kennedy.
And I can agree. I
Yeah,
agree
me
with
too.
that. And
It's just hard. It's one of them things where it's like you didn't think it would happen, but at this point, it's like so close that like one mess up, you're going, girl. Bye.
out of these three, who would you have saved?
I probably would have saved Kennedy.
Really?
Yes, because she had such a good night. And I know I keep saying like judging track record, but she has fought and fought to be here. And you can see the passion that she wants to be here. I would have saved her too.
It's a toss up for me. Kennedy
She had a good night, girl. Like her fashions, come on now. The fashions are questionable.
Kennedy was my favorite on the runway, but she was my least favorite in the challenge. She was missing words.
She was.
Like, it was she had no jokes at all. Like I didn't think it was funny. The only thing is that the Alexis has already been saved twice, so she was saved again. It would have been a third time. But to me, she was just in the bottom out of default.
Yeah,
because her performance was fine, and her.
If I had to choose a second, I would have chose Fierce.
I would have. Girl, you saving Fierce? Oh my God, you are nuts, honey.
You know me. I've been cheering for Fierce since the beginning.
I know.
love her fashion.
You want Fierce to win, even though she's like.
Yeah, I just think that she, like the judge said, she was like, you have something that's almost there, and it's not there yet, but like we just want you to show
baby,
it.
this is All Stars. This is Versus the World is basically an All Stars, and this is not the time to get to that next level. You should be at that next level.
Yeah.
And not that Fierce is, let me preface, Fierce is fierce. She is fierce. She's great at the things that she's great at. She's beautiful. She's talented. She's a great performer. Some of the challenges they've presented or that she's presented in have not been the best.
Yep.
And I just don't see winner this season for her. So
who do you think is going to win though, like this season?
Well, we'll do that at the very end.
Okay.
Lemon ends up saving Kennedy, which was kind of a shocker.
I was rooting for it. I was like, get Kennedy, bitch. Choose that bitch. Get her. And then I was like, but it's not going to happen.
I'm happy for her that she saved Kennedy because I love Kennedy. But I was really thinking she was going to save Fierce.
Yeah.
Because that's her Canadian sister and the other two are Americans.
Yep. But it did not happen.
You United Stadians, people hate when we
United Stadians. United Stadium.
And then they do that means Alexis and Fierce are in the bottom and they do the lip sync. I thought
and they did the song How Far I'll Go by Alessia Cara.
I just thought Alexis is a powerhouse when she performs.
Girl.
There was no denying her. The spin of that coat. She just knows her style. She knows how to emote. This is a great example of not doing too much and being
and is giving enough.
And is giving plenty. I mean, she even goes into the salsa and she didn't even have to do that.
Well, what's crazy too is some of the words were saying like across the ocean or in the water and stuff. And she was wearing blue. So it gave like water goddess. And when she took that coat off and it was like just moving, money.
And what's shocking is I don't know why she changed and Fierce stayed in the alien look. Girl, like that look hindered you?
I think she knew she was going home.
Girl, I would have done anything and everything to try to say.
No, I think she knew she was going home because she knew she was going up against Alexis, and Alexis don't play, bitch.
Well, I hate it. I wish she would have put in more effort. By
She wasn't giving any emotion. She wasn't selling it. Alexis was just turning it.
turning the party. So we find out that Alexis wins the lip sync, and so she stays. That means Fierce goes. Let's move on. She was kind of shady about the whole like
The lip sync.
the lip sync message too, where she's like, well, I guess Lemon did win, so she could pick whoever she wants. But she basically was like, I sabotage. She said sabotage.
She did.
And I'm like,
She
well,
said,
girl,
"Congrats, Lemon."
no, you like sabotage yourself, sweetie. And I live for Fierce. There's a little delusion there. A little
She
bit.
said, "Come on, Fifth Alicious." I'm like, you should have put the number 5 on your outfit for the promo, bitch.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So based off of now that Fierce is gone and you can stop being biased, who do you think is going to win the season?
Girl, I think it's gonna be. I think Lemon's gonna win.
Yeah.
As much as I really
she's been
think
in the top every week.
it ain't gonna be Cheryl. Let's just come on now.
Yeah.
Kennedy, her fashions have been all over the place. She's kind of been floppy here and there. Team Alexis has been really, really strong.
But she's been in the bottom 3 times too.
Exactly. And then
Not the bottom,
Lemon,
not the bottom 3 times, but in the up for elimination several times.
And Lemon has been the cleanest.
Lemon hasn't been in the bottom. She's literally been in the top every week.
She's gonna win.
Girl, probably. She's
gonna win, bitch. Plus the fans just love her. Like she can do no wrong.
I think she's great. I think if based off of her performance this season, she does deserve it to me. But it all depends on how they do the finale too. We don't know what the structure of the finale is. Alexis is an incredible performer. Kennedy is an incredible performer. Cheryl and
I was waiting. I was like, where is it? Come on, give it to me. And then you're like, and then
but Lemon, I just think overall just deserves it. I think she's gonna do good. If you were gonna do Snatch Game the Rusical, what character would you do?
Well, just because of the characters that I've tried to do are you talking about just based off of those characters?
Yeah, that you've auditioned with. What character do you think would do the best in Snatch Game the Rusical?
I would probably, just because I think that what I've been giving in my tapes is really entertaining, and that's not me being biased.
No, I've seen them. They're great. I think you've done some great Snatch Games.
I would do Betsy Ross. She would just be so funny because like the flags, and she'd be called a flag hag, or like America's #1 flag hag, or she could talk about, there's just so much content with her, you know what I mean? And she has like so many like children.
Don't give away your jokes. Don't give away your jokes. Don't give away your jokes because you don't want somebody to audition with it.
Well, then take it out. Take it out after we're done.
If I had to do this based off of my previous Snatch Game characters, because I've done 4. Have I done 4? Yes.
You've done the devil.
4. The devil, Leslie, Caitlin, and Amanda. I would probably do the devil again.
It would just be easy.
There's just more to it. There's more to it that would make it even more fun. Plus, fuck Caitlin. I just can't with her anymore.
Yeah, she don't need no more exposure.
Yeah, even though I think that was my best Snatch Game, I just ugh, she makes me sick to my stomach. Anyway, this has been a great, fun episode. And I know we zoomed through this, but
we didn't even talk about much of the other, like the
we got through the parts that we needed to get through. I'm excited to announce that we are also starting Global All Stars review. And so I'm excited for you all to hear and see that. If you're watching this, thank you so much. Make sure you tune into our regular podcast, I Live for This podcast. You can listen to that wherever you find your music, and you can watch our video on Patreon. So go check it out in the link of our bios on Instagram. And we'll see you next time. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.